We ask for the friends of God, the saints, the grand sheikhs, for their heavenly support and for this support that they shall give us what we are actually in need of. Without a doubt, as there are eyes in the head and ears of a head, there are also in a human being a place where there is another place with eyes and ears. But those need to be opened first with a certain code. The eyes of the head and the ears of the head are limited. They can see limited and they can hear in a limited version of everything around them. And if they want to go further, they need a microscope or a telescope, and if both are not available, they need a horoscope, astrology for that. And those who want to hear listen, they even need a hearing device. So the ears of the head and the eyes of the head can only see and hear in a limited fashion. But the human being is curious. The human being always wants to know more. And once he found the ocean, he wants to look for the sea. What's the ocean and towards the sea? Because it's endless. Oh my Sheikh, yes, I want to go. I want to ask you to give me the power and the permission and the chances that I can see through the walls. What is actually behind that wall? What is behind that wall? There is a different wall, oh my son. And what is behind that wall, Sheikh? Then another wall, my son. And what is behind that wall? And there are and more walls. So please, no objection now. It's a pun. Our brother is very curious. What is the earth flat or no? Or is it round? Or like a cube. Why do we tell you this? There is a place in a human being where there are eyes that can see endlessly far away, where there are ears that can hear endlessly far away. What does it mean to endlessly wide? It means unlimited. What is unlimited in the creation of Lord? Creation is unlimited. Where's the beginning? Find it, if you can. Find the beginning. Where's the end of it? Find the end, if you can. Catch me if you can. So you can keep on running without any taking a breath or taking a break. It will never be. You will never find it, neither the beginning nor the end. Human beings that are on a spiritual path, they've got one desire. I want to make spiritual discoveries. Those words, never known words, I want to see them If I see a human being, I want to look inside of his atoms and see his curriculum vitae, because like what happened before he came into this world and what he's going to do after he leaves this world. What curiosity. How do I do that? A brother of ours wants to know. I'm going to tell you how you can do this. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's a very important sohbet speech now. Everything is being connected in this sohbet speech. And you don't have to ask any more questions once you understood it. Prayer, salat to namaz. Who knows about the importance of prayer? Who truly knows? Our Grand Sheikh says, the prayer, namaz, is not only an opening, a source of energy for your body physically, but also for your soul, for both beings of you, the soul and the body. Prayer is so important to you. And every movement that you do in a prayer, when praying, like when you're standing up, when you're standing in qiyam the first and then go into ruku, like the first bowing down, and then, or if you do the atiyatu, like or sajda, when you bow down with the head, an angel has been created, even in pre-earnitude, with every movement that you do of that prayer, and one angel has been created. As he is being brought into this existence, that one angel, there is an angel in the position of qiyam. As he is being created, after that, in that moment, he is still standing in qiyam until Yawm al-Qiyamah, the end of days, and always standing in qiyam, the first standing of takbir, and doing zikr, meditation, oh Allah, Allah. And he's such deep meditation that he is swimming of the ocean of divine love. And he doesn't care where he is, who he is. Ever since he had been created, he is standing in that first position of prayer in the qiyam. And then there is the angel for ruku. Everything has got a soul, my people. All you believers, all your position you do in prayer, it got its own identity, personality traits, importance, and soul. So if you go in ruku, the second position, the angel of ruku, ever since he had been created, from that moment on, he is in ruku, standing in that where you bow by standing straight. He never thinks about standing up. He's always in ruku. Then, if you go down completely into sajda, the angel of sajda, where your forehead touches the floor. Subhana Rabbi Allah. Then there's another one when you're doing etiyat, a sitting position. So why do we tell you this? And what an enjoyment they get through that. They're in a trance of love, and they're enjoying of that one position and the absolute form of prayer. Ever since they came into existence, they are at praying. And Allah Himself, Azza wa Jalla, gave the Muslims, the believers, that as a present, the salat, the prayer, as there are so many angels, where they are staying one position. They have to stay in that one position. All those angels, all inclusive, he gave us as a present. What the one angel did, and then the other one, what they're not allowed to do. Like here, all forms of the prayers, we take them and do them in consequence. So what an honor. And we don't have to be stuck in that one position. So the secret, he says, who is at prayer, if he didn't didn't miss any prayer times, that angel from Qiyam, Ruku, Sajd, from Etiyat, they got a list actually. They got their own list. Who, in that one moment, who is in that praying position during the praying time, it never missed one, and was doing their prayer, and while they were doing their prayer, like Qiyam standing up, the angel of Qiyam is standing by their side and actually is advocating for you. Oh Allah, he says, this your servant is following me. He's imitating me. He, for you in prayer, and remembering you as a prayer. Please forgive him and bless him for all eternity. You will get his dua, his prayer, and this dua will stand until the Yom Kippur, the last day of Judgment Day. And that's what they did, because in every prayer, in one non-stop, they are recording it. You are still in the record, and all of your record, and in all of his prayers, all his zikr, tasbihat, meditation, and from what La ilaha illallah from in Asia. And even it's for 1,000. Because like if you even would pray for 1,000 years and said La ilaha illallah, like one La ilaha illallah from that one angel is so pure, it will eradicate all of it. And they are so purely in love just for the Lord. They say just one La ilaha illallah, and those tasbihat, then that angel is actually presenting you all his tasbihat to you. If you are in a ruku position, bowing position, if you are in sajda, like completely bowing down, etiyat, sitting, all those angels who are responsible for that depending position, all of the blessing, all the honor, they give it to you because they don't need it. They do it for us. So they pass it on to us in the record, in the list. May they get my blessing. And they pray for you even. And they say, all my tasbihat, all my meditation, they shall get the blessing of him. And our Grand Sheikh said, if the believing human only had an inch of understanding what great of an honor it is, and what a source of honor and power that is, every moment, like any fruitful moment, they would use any moment where they could find a place to do something. They start to go running, and they would do it. The human being, if you only knew what that prayer actually had, and what importance and what enjoyment that truly is, and what taste it has, just for the angels it does, they would try everything that they should have a break for this and that they can do their prayer, and that they are at prayer, so that they can take as much as they can. They don't rob they rob the time for mundane for prayer. So they switch it all around. Oh, I can't understand that, my brother. But then, take it slowly. Take it slowly. So at first you make one slip, and then you take another taste. And then the Lord asks of you, the eyes, they have to be in sajda, where your sajda is going to, where your forehead is going to touch the ground when you are in sajda. The eyes should always be open and look where they are heading to. Why? Because exactly at that point where your eyes are looking at and where your forehead is going to touch the ground, Allah Azza wa Jalla Himself is looking at you. Allah Himself is looking for you, is looking at you, is looking around for you. And that point, that there will be a window where Allah is gonna looking for you and gives nur and gives light from His light. And that is why they say, I only know with Turkish, but I don't know about the Arabs. Never go in front of a praying person, and never step on the spot where they are doing sajda, where the forehead is getting to the ground. So never walk across a place. Rather stand still for 40 years and at one spot beside, and never ever step on its carpet prayers, because there is Allah's place where He is taking a look up. And if you're walking on that spot and you are covering Allah's light and His eyes, so what wisdom does that have? Do you want to know more? And for 40 days, if you looked into that one spot where his forehead is touching the ground without closing it, as if just once, look at this and then look to the side. Allah Azza wa Jalla, oh my servant, where are you looking at? Why do you turn away your head? Why do you head away from me? Why do you turn your face away from me? If you do it a second time, then he will going to say, sad. Why do you turn your face away from me? And if you do it the third time, or look somewhere else, He's closing that window for you. And the curtains are falling. And He won't look for you. If you are not interested in me, I'm not interested in you. What's happening there at that moment? And the light of God from the eyes of God, through your eyes, will go directly into your heart, into the eyes of your heart. If you do that for 40 days without any disruption, without any accident, and actually can do that, being in sajda and never miss that sight, never that line of sight, they get an opening of heart, eyes, and you can see through the worlds and veils, endless veils, and look through the world. And you can see whatever you want, what most and everybody, that many cannot see. Because you don't look with your eyes, not with a telescope, no horoscope or microscope, but you look with the eyes of the heart that Allah has opened for you. And you can see things, everything, what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, or not going to happen, or will happen, or that actually has happened before you. You can see, like Adam is actually coming down from heaven. And you can see how his life was in paradise before Eva came. And then the peaceful times are gone. Like, if you look for that, there's no time to rest. But there is a problem, one problem. Allah doesn't look into the eyes that have sinned. There are those eye sinners, visual sinners that are committing sins via their eyes. If you watch something that was forbidden, even just one look, a woman in a bikini is doing, or a man is having a tango on. That one look, or not one look at something that's been hidden, all that light of God is gone. And all light of God has disappeared. You wasted it. And that is why it's not so easy to do. In 40 days, you can be on that level of seeing all the worlds. And be someone who has God's spiritual eyes, spiritual ears. In 40 days, that's all it takes. But don't commit any accidents. Not with your hands. The eyes are the most important. As the eyes are so important that you shouldn't have looked at the forbidden. The eyes shouldn't do it. Because with that you can see everything. So what about in the hereafter, in the akhirah, to the paraworlds, into the further worlds, into those parallel worlds, or dual worlds? Sure, I want to stand up and look into a telescope and tell me what you see. In that moment, those eyes, that contact with the eyes, with whom do you actually do a eye connection in sajda, in prayer, in position, in qiyam, ruku and sajda? You're always looking at that one spot. That's one where Allah is looking for you, and you establish an eye connection with the eye of Allah. You keep a connection, and you have to keep that. Even if you, after prayer, if you look around and look at everything else, but don't look at what is forbidden. And we have such a problem now with the internet, with children. Even if they want to just play, suddenly advertisement pops in and boom, and they are all fallen. They didn't want to, but Sheikh, then don't play with the internet. Don't play with the fire. Internet, it's a trap, a fiery trap. And that is why we don't wish for the children to play with the internet. These are bad times. Unwanted opportunities. Because you get contact with the eyes of God, and then you immediately look into the eyes of Satan. Everything forbidden. Out of everything forbidden, Shaitan, the devil, is looking at you. Behind everything that's forbidden, his eyes, Shaitan's eyes are. This is new information for you. It's from up above. You can never find it in the books. Later on, you can tell him that there was the soccer game, Germany and Tanzania is like 1-0. But everything that's forbidden, Shaitan is waiting for you, and he's looking for you. If you want to establish eye contact with him or not. In prayer, that you establish eye contact with Allah. But everything forbidden, or you young people, don't look at it. You lose eye contact with Allah. Is it truly worth it? Your ego wants to at least have a look inside. Even if you say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, and singing and chanting it. No, astaghfirullah is working for you because you're still looking. After you look, okay, maybe it's possible. Why you're doing it doesn't work that way. And then you lose everything that you have saved up. For 40 days, you only need 40 days to get as much and save as much light of Allah's. If you put it all to, if you accumulated everything without having had an accident and looking at something forbidden, the eyes of the heart are opening to you. And then Allah will give you, immediately give you control over your eyes. And no matter how many forbidden pictures, images are walking past you, you will not have seen anything. If they learn to watch with the eyes of the heart, they will never look at an image with the eyes of the head, because with the eyes of the head you only see the bad and all of it, and most of it, and you are being manipulated. The eyes of the head are always being manipulated and are actually being fooled, my brother. They can be betrayed. The eyes of the heart can never be betrayed. All you people, that's a gift from above, a very special, and no Sohbet lecture has ever been before. Maybe later on it's going to be. We are only preparing everything. It's a secret knowledge from our Grand Sheikh. You will never find that in any books. You can go for sleep. I'm going to put it into your heart. Don't worry, go to sleep. We are Naqshbandi. Naqshbandi means the Sheikh is putting it into your heart, even if you're not awake, even if you're sleeping and tight. We put it into your heart, and then it's going to take bloom later on. You're not... That was some kind of a revelation. But be careful. Those 40 days, to actually get through them, there's going to be hell cut loose. The ego and millions of shaitans are waiting for you to actually have an accident. And who, my brother, on the day of last judgment, the Lord Himself will be there. And He will be the judge. Allah will be the judge. What I told you, it's going to be expanded what I said already. Nobody can actually look at Allah Himself with the eyes full of sins. It's impossible. With eyes of sins, you cannot look at Allah. You will be blinded. Oh Allah, open my eyes that I can actually look at your face. Well, then yes. But then we have to do a little surgery for you that. And surgical incision have to be made, and then there will come nails out of fire into your eyes, and boom. One smack of a hammer into your eyes, nails of fire are going to be put into your eyes. Only then your eyes can be cleansed from the dirt and sin and get rid of them. So this is very hard, so be careful. We all have to be careful. Otherwise you cannot see Allah. There will be a purification of the eyes, a surgical incision with nails of fire into your eyeballs. Tawbah Ya Rabbi. Forgive us Ya Rabbi. This is from up above. That's why I told you all to take a seat. This is very important. You didn't make it to actually to take away the sins of the eyes now, when there are still good times, and hasn't cleansed them yet. On the day of last judgment day, the surgeons for the eyes with nails of fire will come, and they will have to do that surgery, and nobody, there is no escape. Nobody is allowed. Nobody can escape from that. You cannot run away from that. You cannot say, I'm against that. You don't have any free will anymore to actually demonstrate against anything. You are just surrendered even if you don't want to. And just have that happen. There's nowhere else to go. May Allah forgive us and give us best understanding. May Allah give us the nasib to give tawbah, to ask for forgiveness, and that we from now on going to be more careful about prayer and understanding, with a better understanding what prayer is, what the angels are doing for us, what an honor we will get, what a precious treasure we'll get, unappreciative, and with enjoyment we start prayer, and with every act of prayer will turn into such a great joy for us and those angels that are actually representing this different position, and they will actually advocate for you, and their form of prayer from pure eternity until Yawm al-Qiyamah will all be yours. So you can only win. Take care of your eyes. Don't look at haram, forbidden things for 40 days. That is a promise. Who can do that without actually having an accident? Allah will open their hearts to them. And then, once that's opened, it's hard to close them again, because he actually gained control over his head's eyes, because it's very easy to control them.
Allahu, 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 Allah, Allahu, 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 Allah, Allahu, Allahu, Allahu. Tek Sultan Allah. Fatiha.